Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the life of one of Hollywood's most electrifying performers, Ann-Margret. If you know her, you know she's a legend, often called the female Elvises and one of the biggest stars of her time. But behind the glamorous image, there's an incredible story of talent, resilience, and reinvention. From her humble beginnings in Sweden to becoming a global sensation, Ann-Margret's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. So grab a seat, hit that like button, and let's take a deep dive into the life and career of this Hollywood icon. 1. Childhood and family. Ann-Margret Olsen was born on April 28, 1941, in Valsjöben, a small town in Jämtland County, Sweden. Her parents, Anna Regina and Carl Gustav Olsen, had married in 1937 after Gustav returned from the United States, where he had previously emigrated. Valsjöben, located near the Arctic Circle, was a close-knit community of loggers and farmers. After Ann-Margret's birth, Gustav dreamed of moving his family back to America in search of better opportunities. In 1942, Gustav once again emigrated to the U.S., leaving his wife and young daughter behind in Sweden. During this time, Ann-Margret and her mother relocated to the small town of Balaban, near the Nazi-occupied Norwegian border. There, they ran a small cafe where Ann-Margret, despite her young age, entertained soldiers with traditional Swedish folk songs. Her performances brought moments of joy and lightness during an otherwise dark and uncertain time. When World War II ended, Anna and Ann-Margret embarked on a journey to reunite with Gustav in the United States. In 1946, they settled in Fox Lake, a suburb of Chicago, Illinois. Adjusting to a new country with an unfamiliar language and culture made Ann-Margret shy and reserved. From an early age, Ann-Margret showed a deep love for performance, which became apparent when she took her first dance lessons at the Marjorie Young School of Dance. Her natural ability was undeniable. She easily mimicked every step with grace and confidence, standing out among her peers. Her mother, Anna, was her biggest supporter, going to great lengths to nurture her daughter's talent despite their financial struggles. She not only enrolled Ann-Margret in lessons but also painstakingly handcrafted all of her dance costumes, ensuring that her daughter always looked her best on stage. Although she was a shy child, performing brought out a different side of her. Her confidence grew as she participated in school plays and talent competitions. As a teenager, she gained recognition in the Chicago area by appearing on various amateur talent shows, including the Morris B. Sachs Amateur Hour, Don McNeil's Breakfast Club, and Ted Mack's Amateur Hour. These early performances allowed her to develop her stage presence, and she quickly became known for her energetic and charismatic style. During this time, she attended New Trier High School in Winnetka, Illinois, a school known for producing Hollywood stars such as Charlton Heston and Rock Hudson. While balancing her studies, she continued to perform in local theater productions, further refining her skills. Her drive and ambition were evident. While many of her peers were still unsure about their futures, Ann-Margret had already set her sights on a career in entertainment. Despite her growing success, her family's struggles remained a constant challenge. After her father's severe work-related injury, her mother took on the responsibility of supporting the household. Working as a receptionist at a funeral home, she ensured that Ann-Margret could continue her dance lessons and performances. The family lived at the funeral home, and Ann-Margret often had to sleep near caskets awaiting burial. This unusual upbringing may have been unsettling, but it also strengthened her resilience, teaching her to adapt to difficult situations with determination and grace. Despite these hardships, the Olsen family remained united in their support of Ann-Margret's artistic pursuits. They encouraged her to participate in local talent shows and community performances, fostering her confidence and stage presence. This unwavering encouragement from her parents became the foundation of her artistic journey, shaping the ambitious and passionate performer she would later become. 2. Career. Ann-Margret's career began taking shape during her time at Northwestern University, where she joined a band called the Subtletones. With her captivating stage presence and sultry voice, she quickly gained recognition, performing at local clubs and events. Determined to make it in the entertainment industry, she and her band traveled to Las Vegas in 1960, hoping to land a gig. Though their initial performance was cancelled, fate intervened when comedian George Burns discovered her talent. Impressed by her energy and charm, Burns invited her to perform in his Christmas show, which ultimately led to her signing with RCA Victor and 20th Century Fox. In 1961, Ann-Margret made her film debut in Pocketful of Miracles, a Frank Capra film starring Bette Davis and Glenn Ford. Her performance earned her a Golden Globe for New Star of the Year, signaling her arrival in Hollywood. The following years saw her in a mix of roles, from the wholesome farm girl in State Fair, 1962, to the seductive yet comedic Kim McAfee in Bye Bye Birdie, 1963. The latter, a musical satire on Elvis Presley's effect on teenage America, catapulted her to stardom, establishing her as one of the most promising young actresses of the era. Her next major breakthrough came in 1964 when she starred alongside Elvis Presley in Viva Las Vegas. The film was a box office success, largely due to the undeniable chemistry between the two leads. Their flirtatious on-screen dynamic, paired with high-energy musical numbers, made Viva Las Vegas one of the most iconic musicals of the decade. At the height of her popularity, Ann-Margret was hailed as the female Elvises and even drew comparisons to Marilyn Monroe due to her sex appeal and versatility. Despite her early success, the late 1960s brought a series of missteps. Several of her film choices, such as The Pleasure Seekers, 1964, and Kitten with a Whip, 1964, failed to impress critics or audiences, causing her career to decline. Hollywood struggled to find the right roles for her, and Ann-Margret found herself typecast as the sultry, rebellious young woman. As her film career wavered, she turned to Las Vegas, where she reinvented herself as a live performer. Her elaborate stage shows, featuring dazzling costumes and high-energy dance routines, were met with rave reviews, proving that she was more than just a film star, she was a true entertainer. Her career resurgence came in 1971 with Carnal Knowledge, a bold and controversial film directed by Mike Nichols. Starring opposite Jack Nicholson, she delivered a raw, emotionally charged performance as Bobby, a woman trapped in a toxic relationship. The role showcased her dramatic range and earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. However, the emotional toll of the film, coupled with the pressures of fame, led her to rely on alcohol and sleeping pills. In 1972, tragedy struck when Ann-Margret suffered a near-fatal accident during a live performance at Lake Tahoe. While being lowered onto the stage on a platform, a mechanical failure caused her to fall 22 feet, resulting in multiple facial fractures and a 4-day coma. Her recovery was grueling, but with the unwavering support of her husband, Roger Smith, she made a triumphant return to the stage just 2.5 months later. Her resilience only solidified her reputation as one of Hollywood's toughest and most determined performers. She reached another career high in 1975 with Tommy, the rock opera based on The Who's album of the same name. Playing the troubled mother of the film's protagonist, Ann-Margret fully embraced the film's surreal and intense nature, delivering a performance that won her a Golden Globe and earned her a second Academy Award nomination. Her ability to navigate between mainstream entertainment and daring, unconventional projects reaffirmed her status as a versatile actress. During the 1980s, Ann-Margret continued to showcase her versatility as an actress, taking on a variety of roles in both film and television. In 1980, she starred alongside Bruce Dern in Middle Age Crazy, a performance that earned her a Genie Award nomination for Best Foreign Actress. 2 years later, she appeared in I Ought to Be in Pictures with Walter Matthau and Dinah Manoff, followed by a role in The Return of the Soldier, 1982, where she starred alongside Alan Bates, Glenda Jackson, and Julie Christie. That same year, she played the mother of a young Angelina Jolie in Lookin' to Get Out, marking Jolie's first on-screen appearance. On television, Ann-Margret delivered a critically acclaimed performance in Who Will Love My Children? 1983, a role that won her a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Television Film. She continued her success with the TV adaptation of A Streetcar Named Desire, 1984, in which she played Blanche DuBois, earning yet another Golden Globe. In 1987, she received an Emmy nomination for her role in the miniseries The Two Mrs. Grenvilles, further cementing her reputation as a powerhouse performer. From the 1990s to the present, Ann-Margret has maintained a dynamic and diverse career in both film and television. In 1991, she starred in the TV movie Our Sons alongside Julie Andrews, portraying mothers whose sons are in a relationship, with one of them dying of AIDS. In 1992, she appeared in the Disney musical Newsies with Robert Duvall and Christian Bale. The following year, she charmed audiences in the hit comedy Grumpy Old Men, 1993, reuniting with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. Her role was reprised in the equally successful sequel, Grumpier Old Men, 1995, which also featured Sophia Loren. In 1994, Ann-Margret published her autobiography, Ann-Margret, My Story, where she openly discussed her battle with and recovery from alcoholism. That same year, she played Belle Waddling in the miniseries Scarlet, based on the 1991 novel that served as a sequel to Gone with the Wind. In 1995, Empire magazine ranked her 10th on its list of the 100 sexiest stars in film history, a testament to her lasting appeal. Throughout the late 1990s, Ann-Margret continued to take on diverse roles. She appeared in Oliver Stone's Any Given Sunday, 1999, playing the mother of Cameron Diaz's character. She also starred in notable TV films such as Queen, The Story of an American Family, 1993, Following Her Heart, 1994, and Life of the Party, 1999. Her performance in Life of the Party earned her nominations for an Emmy, a Golden Globe, and a Screen Actors Guild Award. As she entered the 2000s, Ann-Margret remained highly active in the entertainment industry. In 2000, she recorded a revamped version of Viva Las Vegas as the theme song for the Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas. She made guest appearances on TV shows like Touched by an Angel, 2000, and Third Watch, 2003. In 2001, she made her stage musical debut, playing brothel owner Mona Stangley in a touring production of The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. She also played Jimmy Fallon's mother in the 2004 comedy Taxi, co-starring Queen Latifah. That same year, she collaborated with Art Greenhaw on the gospel album God is Love, The Gospel Sessions, earning her a second Grammy nomination and a Dove Award nomination for Best Gospel Album. She reunited with Greenhaw in 2004 for Ann-Margret's Christmas Carol collection, performing songs from the album at Crystal Cathedral's Worldwide Hour of Power broadcast. In 2006, Ann-Margret appeared in major box office hits like The Breakup with Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn, and The Santa Claus 3 with Tim Allen. She also took on roles in independent films, including Memory, 2006, with Billy Zane and Dennis Hopper. In 2009, she starred in the comedy Old Dogs alongside John Travolta and Robin Williams. In 2010, she guest starred in an episode of Law and Order, Special Victims Unit titled Bedtime, a role that earned her her 6th Emmy nomination and, ultimately, her first Emmy win for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series. She also appeared in TV series like Army Wives and CSI, Crime Scene Investigation that same year. From 2014 to 2018, Ann-Margret continued to make a mark on television, with recurring roles in Ray Donovan, Happy, and The Kaminsky Method, proving her enduring appeal and versatility as an actress. In 2023, she was invited to be a guest narrator for Disney's Candlelight Processional at Walt Disney World, marking yet another milestone in her 6-decade-long career. With a career spanning multiple generations, Ann-Margret has demonstrated her remarkable talent across various artistic fields, from film and television to music and theater. Her continued dedication to entertainment has made her a beloved and respected figure in Hollywood, inspiring audiences and fellow artists alike. 3. Marriage. Ann-Margret married actor Roger Smith on May 8, 1967, in a ceremony at the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas. Their marriage lasted an impressive 50 years until Smith's passing in 2017. From their third date, Ann-Margret felt a deep sense of protection and trust with Smith, and she knew he was the man she wanted to spend her life with. However, their relationship was not without challenges. Ann-Margret's parents initially disapproved of the relationship, possibly due to the fact that Smith was a father of 3 children and was still finalizing his divorce from his first wife at the time. Despite this, Ann-Margret and Smith moved forward with their marriage, holding a civil ceremony in Las Vegas just 2 years after Smith's divorce was finalized. After their wedding, Smith made the significant decision to step away from his acting career to focus on managing Ann-Margret's professional and financial affairs. He played a crucial role in restructuring her finances, paying off debts, and guiding her career in a more strategic direction. Smith believed in his wife's talent and was immensely proud of her achievements, serving as her strongest supporter and business partner. Although they deeply wanted children, Ann-Margret and Smith were unable to have any, which she has described as one of her biggest regrets. Despite this, their love remained strong, and they built a lasting marriage filled with mutual respect and unwavering support. Together, they navigated the highs and lows of Hollywood, overcoming various obstacles while remaining each other's rock. For scandals, Ann-Margret's career was not without its share of controversies, and one of the most talked about aspects of her personal life was her relationship with Elvis Presley. The two met in 1963 while filming Viva Las Vegas, a movie that capitalized on their electric chemistry and turned them into one of Hollywood's most iconic on-screen couples. However, their connection was more than just cinematic magic, it extended into a passionate real-life romance that lasted for over a year. Their relationship was filled with shared interests, including a love for motorcycles, music, and performance, making them an undeniable match in many ways. However, their affair was complicated by Elvis's commitment to Priscilla Presley, whom he had been dating since she was a teenager. While Elvis and Ann-Margret were deeply involved, he had promised Priscilla and her family that he would eventually marry her. The situation became even more strained when rumors surfaced that Ann-Margret had spoken to the press about her relationship with Elvis. Whether or not she actually leaked information remains a matter of debate, but the speculation alone was enough to push Elvis into making a decision. He ultimately ended his affair with Ann-Margret and married Priscilla in 1967. Despite the heartbreak, Ann-Margret and Elvis remained close friends for the rest of his life. Their connection was so strong that even after their romance ended, they continued to exchange private phone calls and letters. Elvis reportedly sent her a guitar-shaped floral arrangement before every opening night of her Las Vegas performances, a tradition that only stopped on the day of his death in 1977. Ann-Margret was one of the few Hollywood figures invited to Elvis's funeral, and Priscilla Presley later revealed that she had deeply respected Ann-Margret's sincerity when offering condolences. Aside from her personal life, Ann-Margret also faced financial troubles that became another source of controversy. Despite earning millions from her successful career in film, television, and music, she found herself in financial distress due to mismanagement. It was discovered that her finances had not been properly handled, leaving her with significant debt even at the peak of her career. Unlike many stars who fell into financial ruin and were unable to recover, Ann-Margret took control of the situation with the help of her husband, Roger Smith. Under his guidance, she restructured her finances, took on new projects, and made a successful comeback through Las Vegas performances, television specials, and carefully chosen film roles. 5. Later life. As of February 2025, Ann-Margret, at 83, continues to lead an active and vibrant life. In May 2022, she was honored with an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, in recognition of her extensive contributions to the entertainment industry. During the ceremony, she reflected on her early career and her enduring connection to Las Vegas, expressing gratitude for the city's long-standing support. In early 2024, Ann-Margret attended the Women's Image Network's 25th Women's Image Awards in Beverly Hills, California. There, she shared her enthusiasm for motorcycling, revealing that she still rides her lavender Harley-Davidson adorned with white daisies. She expressed her enduring love for speed, highlighting her adventurous spirit. In January 2025, Ann-Margret reunited with fellow actress Stephanie Powers for a special photo opportunity, showcasing their enduring friendship and continued engagement in the entertainment community. Looking ahead, actress Lindsay Lohan has announced plans to portray Ann-Margret in an upcoming biopic. Lohan, who has received Ann-Margret's blessing for the project, is collaborating closely to ensure the film authentically captures her dynamic career and personal journey. Through disciplined lifestyle choices, including regular exercise and a balanced diet, Ann-Margret maintains her health and timeless beauty. Her unwavering passion for performance and zest for life continue to inspire fans and fellow artists alike.